Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. So, this cat named Eve may not be the same Eve that Espella remembers from her past, considering the dragon was, well, we've just proved the dragon was fake. So now we're going to find out who Eve actually is.
No, it was her. It was Eve, my only friend.
Excuse me, gotta scoot my chair up. Miss Cantabella, the pendant needed to access the belfry is too large for a cat. Are you following? If Eve was with you, it would have been impossible for you to enter the belfry.
Ah!
Wait. Inquisitor, where is all this going? You have no right to tamper with my daughter's memories. You are right, of course. However, neither do you. Oh, snap! Nor should you attempt to cover up the truth. Ugh.
No, you're wrong. Eve was my only friend.
Think about that day again, Miss Cantabella. You went to the top of that bell tower with a friend who also had a pendant. Well then, why don't we have the defense present some evidence? Can you prove that someone was with Miss Cantabella in the belfry that day? If so, I'd very much like to see this evidence. What? Why me? It was the professor's idea. I have nothing on the legendary fire. Why ask me for proof? Oh, right. I suppose you wouldn't have any proof. Not one of us remembers that incident. I've had enough of this. Your Honor, you have no grounds to continue this trial. Well, we appear to have reached a dead end. There is nothing else for us to do.
Objection.
Excuse me, why don't we just ask the Inquisitor? Please hold on, Your Honor. Oh, what is this all of a sudden? Inquisitor Layton? The defense does not have the necessary evidence, but someone else does. What do you mean? This time the Inquisition will present its evidence. The Inquisition will present— Are you serious? You son of a witch! Weak! This is what you wanted from the very start, isn't it? Isn't it? Sorry. Ooh, I'm ruining up my tones in this thing today. Sorry. Well, in that case, the Inquisition shall present evidence that somebody was with Miss Cantabella in the bell tower when she saw the fire dragon. Let's present from the prosecution side. That's kind of fun. Present.
Have a look.
Have a look. This is the proof. This photograph shows Miss Cantabella with a friend. Golly, this is the finest illustration I've ever seen. It is a photograph. It looks as if it were a reflection of the real world on paper. Tell me, who created this exquisite work of art? Well, Your Honor, I understand you are fascinated, but let us focus on what this picture shows. I forgot. Pictures don't actually exist. Dog, no, don't attack the freaking squeaky toy. This picture, This picture was found in the Storyteller's Tower. Mr. Cantabella, we have taken the liberty of borrowing for this trial. It's enough to look away for a second and you already caused trouble. Professor, aren't photographs against the rules? I mean, this is supposed to be a medieval setting. Meh, who cares? Way to go, Wright! What's important now is helping Miss Cantabella to grasp the truth. And in this case, the end justifies the means. Ugh. Please take a look at the two girls in this picture. Each of them is wearing a pendant. Why, that's so! These are the belfry contraption pendants. We know that one of these girls is Miss Cantabella. But then, who is the other girl? Accused, do you have any idea? Espella, are you okay?
It doesn't look like she is. It's It's me. And the other girl is... She's... I don't know.
Espella. Your Honor, stop this trial. Stop it right now. Can't you see you're driving Espella into insanity?
Objection.
I don't think it's insanity. It's more or less her just trying to remember. It's just the opposite, Mr. Cantabella. If we turn away from the truth now, Espella will close herself to the world forever. Ugh. Mr. Wright. Yes? You know who it is, don't you? You know the identity of the other girl in this picture. Is that so? If the defense knows that, tell us all who this other girl is. Well, considering we only have 2 girls here and that person don't look anything like her. Darklaw.
Take that!
The plot twist! I'm thinking it's High Inquisitor Darklaw. High Inquisitor Darklaw? I cannot say I didn't have slight suspicions about her, but oh my. Miss Cantabella, what do you say? Do you now remember the girl next to you in this picture?
I was with Lady Darklaw.
This is crazy. What are you basing this preposterous claim on? But Mr. Cantabella, this girl closely resembles the High Inquisitor. Resembles? That's just your personal opinion. It's meaningless in a court of law.
Objection!
I like his animations. If you want evidence, I've got it. What? The definitive proof that the girl in the picture is High Inquisitor Darklaw is this pendant.
Take that!
And this is the proof it was the High Inquisitor. The pendant needed for that contraption in the bell tower. I have Miss Darklaw's testimony here. She said this pendant was hers. And so, the other girl in the picture is definitely Miss Darklaw.
Is it really? Eve? Where are you going?
You know, before this reveal, I was so convinced this cat was like Darklaw in disguise. Like, seriously. Would have been a cool plot twist if this, like, if magic really existed. Would it have been awesome if, like, the cat was Darklaw? This one was just like, eh. Oh well. I was expecting you, Miss Darklaw. I see I was not mistaken about you. I trust in your ability to get this far. Hi, Inquisitor Darklaw! Where did you just appear from? Does your memory not serve you well, Your Honor? You know that what I am. I can disappear at will any time I wish to. So, storyteller. Everything has worked out just as you had written. O revered creator of Labyrinthia. Darklaw.
Lady Darklaw.
And now we have the entire family down here. I love how Darklaw has this, like, extra space between them. Miss Darklaw, did you enter the belfry with Miss Cantabella when you were little? Yes, I did. Then you have memories of events from before 10 years ago? I certainly do. Order! Order! Order in the court!
Lady Darklaw, you were with me?
Your memories have been suppressed by that man.
But I was with Eve.
Eve, huh? Eve the black cat.
Yes, she has always been my dear friend. She was by my side on that day too.
What a bizarre coincidence. Darklaw isn't my real name. What? Then what is your real name? It's Eve. What? What?
Eve. Ah! Ah! Eve. Espella. My dear friend, Eve. It can't be. That flashback. Was it real?
Darkla, why are you doing this? Are you trying to undo everything I have accomplished in the past 10 years?
No, you have already ruined everything yourself.
Ouch. What is it that you want?
What I want? My aim is to make the truth known, so that everything returns to how it should be.
Miss Darkla, will you tell us what you remember about what happened back then, more than 10 years ago?
It would be my pleasure.
Cutscene? No? Okay.
It was the day of the fire festival. Espella and I went up to the bell tower. The wind was strong that day. When the sun had set, the festival began. It's true that the whole town burned down that day. The fire consumed buildings and people, turning them into ashes. We were the only survivors. We stayed in the belfry while the world below us was being eaten up by hungry flames. The legendary fire is no fable. It happened here more than 10 years ago.
Objection!
There is no such thing as magic and fire dragons, so how could a whole town be destroyed in just one night? Yes, that's something I'd like to know as well. Even if we assume the celebrity fire got out of control, surely the whole town wouldn't have perished like that.
Now it all makes sense.
Oh, I thought it was Espella, excuse me. That was the missing piece of this puzzle. What do you mean, Professor? I can imagine now what transpired that night. What happened in the belfry and what caused the legendary fire. We have all the clues we need. If the Inquisition has evidence to show us, I'd very much like to see it. What caused the legendary fire? Well, it already put it for me.
Have a look.
The Bell of Ruin. Bell of Fire. I am really all over the place today, aren't I? I'm so sorry. The cause of the fire is in the belfry. It was the bell? That bell had been made by the natives and later sealed underground. It was called the Bell of Ruin.
Bell of Ruin?
By the way, why does this bell have such an ominous name? Could it be because it's made of pure silver? Pure silver? Exactly. Mr. Cantabella has told us earlier that everyone who lives here has a very peculiar condition. This condition makes people fall unconscious upon the sound of a certain metal being struck. And that metal is pure silver. Yes, and we've been told the condition is brought about by drinking the groundwater. Indeed. That bell was also the reason why the original inhabitants of this area decided to forsake it. It seems that the Bell of Ruin caused a devastating disaster. To those who have gained entry into the sanctum, heed our words. You must not ring the Bell of Ruin. I can't help but wonder what disaster this bell had caused. An enormous bell made of pure silver, and a locust with a peculiar condition. It's not too hard to imagine what happened. It was probably the same calamity as the one that happened over 10 years ago. And that is, well, what disaster happened to this town before Labyrinthia was built. Oh! The legendary fire.